Hello, my name is Pedro Robert of Anson Investment Management based here in Hong Kong. What I'd like to do today, just for a few minutes, is spend some time with you and introduce you to the concept of dollar cost averaging. Now, let's turn to our first example. Here we see a situation where somebody's investing 1,000 US dollars a month for a 1-year period. The months are indicated by the bars in light blue. Now we see in the first month, the unit price above is $10 per unit. So the $1,000 in that particular first month will purchase you 100 units in the particular fund that you're investing in. In the second month, what we see is the price has gone up to $10.50. So correspondingly, our $1,000 is now buying 95 units in this fund. And as time goes by, we see a very smooth line going upwards. As the price goes up, the amount of units that we purchase on a monthly basis decreases over time. But there's one thing that should be very, very striking, is that no fund will basically produce that smooth transition upwards with an incredibly smooth and straight line. So let's look at something that's a little bit more realistic. So let's turn to example number 2. Here in example number 2, what we see is something which we're probably much more familiar with. Here we have a situation where the fund is at $10 in the first month. So our $1,000 purchases the 100 units. Over the 12-month period, what we see is that the fund actually crashes 30% down to $7 as a bottom price. And as the second part of the year progresses, we see a recovery, but not a full recovery. So what's happening over this period is, as we continue with the discipline, and it is a discipline where our emotions must not take part, we continue to buy into the fund. As the price drops, what we see is that we start to accumulate more and more units as the price continues to drop. Now this, in the long term, is a very good thing. Then, as the price starts to recover from month 8 onwards, what we find is we continue with the discipline and the actual units that we're purchasing start to decrease over time. And here, in the situation where a market has not recovered, or the fund has not recovered to its initial price, we actually can find ourselves that because we've been planting the seeds when the fund actually dropped, we've actually made a 13% return. And this is an ideal type of marketplace for dollar cost averaging. Now let's look at something which is goes up and down on a regular basis. Let's look at an example. Here we have again the same starting price of $10, purchasing 100 units. The market goes down, month 2 goes back up, month 3 down, up and down, up and down on a regular basis. This is a very healthy situation for the principle and the discipline of dollar cost averaging, because what we find that as this market fluctuates, we pick up units at different prices, and we're picking up more units as the price goes down, and obviously lesser units as the price goes up. And here in a situation, we simply have a 28% return. This is the ideal marketplace to be in. Volatility is the friend of dollar cost averaging. Thank you very much for your attention. If you would like any more information or to contact us, here are our contact details. And again, thank you for your attention.